Yo, what up, what up, what up? Stuck in traffic. Yo, okay. Let me get my take on Hassan Campbell. I was on Ashe Devon's live. I got a chance to talk to Bullets Gotti. Nah, man, I get it. Dude kind of just more or less like just an attention whore. This whole idea when he was up there, he just want to keep talking about how street he is. Like, that's the end all be all to life, being from the gutter. So that right there within itself speaks to the fact that, you know what I'm saying, he's really not out there. You know what I'm saying? Because, most guys that I know, once they was just kind of like out there in the streets, they know that it's kind of like a dead end, man. You got a lot of guys that came home from the streets. I mean, that came home that was out there, hustling, robbing, scamming. Once they do their time, and once you locked up and you sitting in the box, you understand how precious time is. So a lot of the guys that wisened up, they value their time, and they don't want to spend any more of their limited time on this earth behind a box, behind a wall, in prison. So that's that. Those of us that just kind of like know that Hassan is just like, full of shit. We kind of already knew that that he wasn't going to go through with this August 14th deadline to bring his abuser to court. So we knew this. Chuck D said it best when he said that attention is the new currency. And those 300 and some odd subscribers and all the people that, produce videos about him, he kind of like, it fuels him, It fuels him. On top of the fact that he may get a couple of dollars from YouTube. And I've never been one to kind of like count, YouTube dollars. Like, I mean, if you want to say that being successful is sitting in front of a camera on your couch talking all day, man, then knock yourself out. That's no measure of success. Success is more or less like building. And you're not really building anything sitting on your couch on YouTube. What I was trying to explain to Bullets Gotti, and he was just basically saying that, Hassan Campbell reminds him of his OGs. I mean, if those was the kind of guys that, you came up under, like, that, that says a lot. And that also speaks to the fact why you're online trolling. So I think I'm older than Bullets Gotti, so I kind of offered to be his OG, lead him the right way. But Hassan Campbell, man, it's just clear, man. It's just shock value shit, just entertainment, man. That's basically what it boils down to when it comes to him. Kwame Brown, I like what he brings to the table. You know what I'm saying? You got a guy that was in the NBA and that had that got corporate celebrity, that seen what it was like to
take the exit on the right.
To see what it was like to be like in the world of the NBA and celebrity and be around all the high-end basketball players and NBA execs. So he brings something unique to the game because he got a chance to peek behind the curtain. You know, him in the back and forth between Hassan Campbell has been just basically, it's been entertaining, and that's all it is. I mean, anybody that gets up here and starts talking that, oh man, we making black people look bad and we can't get together, like it's YouTube, dude. Like you know, take your panties from out your ass crack. Like it's YouTube, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, all entertainment. You know, a lot of it is cap. You know, not, you know, lies and not real. You know, you can't really it really makes no sense from what I've seen to really like intellectualize the likes of Hassan Campbell. I mean, the only way to combat Hassan Campbell is just to basically partake in the troll shit. You know what I'm saying? And what I was trying to explain to Bullets Gotti, because this whole thing about, you know, him being the victim, I mean, that may be true, but I mean, you're also a guy that said that you was off the porch. So at the same time you was being molested at 15 and up, you was out committing crimes, allegedly shooting and doing all this and doing all that, which I don't believe. And if he was out there, it was the fact that maybe he was up under some guys that was like that. But he strikes me as the guy that, you know, back in the day, like you guys know, like, you know, it'd be just like, you know, it's just that one little dude that, you know, can't fight. Y'all, you know, he's soft, but once he gets around, you know, a group of guys and, you know, in his neighborhood that he know thorough, he the first one that's, you know, swinging and talking shit. He might be the first one to hook off on you, and then you catch him somewhere and he, you know, pleading the fifth. Is Hassan Campbell a potential predator? I seen videos going around talking about how he admitted to touching children. I don't know. Me personally, when it comes to him and his personality, I really wouldn't. I wouldn't put it past him. It wouldn't be somebody. It wouldn't be something that I would say is outside the realm of possibility.
Head north.
Will Hassan Campbell get took off of YouTube? No, I mean, he's going to die out, you know, just like how he's, you know, fighting and screaming because it's a new sheriff in town by the name of Kwame Brown, you know, so he, just like how Tommy is just kind of like losing relevance, you know, so will Hassan Campbell. Because you're not going to stop the people from tuning in to watch the shit show. Like, you know, it's entertainment. And I find myself on social media more than, doing YouTube more than I'm on watching TV. You know, it's entertaining. So for the people...
You're in a 5-minute slowdown.
Hold on, y'all. I'm going downtown Newark. Hold on, check it out. It's a bunch of traffic. Yeah, see that? I don't know what's going on, but it's just a whole hell of a lot of damn traffic. So I'm just sitting there. I'm chopping it up as I go through traffic. But yeah, but like I said, man, you know, people just kind of like want to tune in to the, you know, to the shit show. So everybody that's kind of like saying that, oh man, I can't believe he got all these subscribers, and, you know. I mean, just like people who like snuff films, or, you know, some people have a fetish for fuckery. And unfortunately, there's a large number of people who have a fetish for fuckery. I was talking to Bullets Gotti. I was on the lovely sister, Ashe Devon. Yeah, she go by another name, Cynthia. I forget, but shout out to her. She reminds me of my lady.
We found a faster route via New Jersey 21 North and Mulberry Street, which saves 4 minutes. If you prefer to stay on the current route, no thanks.
Yeah, so you know what I mean, because my sister, I mean my girl has locks, but yeah, so we was just kind of like, you know, up there, and I'm just like, you know, just the delusion that, you know, man, you know, the youth need to hear this. Like, bro, the youth that really need to hear
In
a
a quarter mile,
message,
turn right onto
they're
Emmett
not on
Street.
YouTube. Like, they're out in the streets. So if you want to kind of like reach the youth, you gotta get out there on the streets. Like, they're not on YouTube. They might go on YouTube in passing, you know, they ain't really doing nothing. But for the most part, like, Hassan Campbell was just like more or less like entertainment to people who aren't in, probably most likely aren't in the streets. That's just like entertained by hearing his bogus hood stories. You know, and we got to get off this thing where like there's a badge of honor of being from the slums. Like, this is what makes you a man. Like, that's not manhood. It's not bravery. It's none of that. You just basically grew up in a deprived, unserviced neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? That basically created an underground economy that fuels dysfunction. That's all. No more, no less. That's it. Period. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I'm street. You know what I mean? It's real. It's real. But every day you have like suburban kids, rural kids, square black kids that go into the military, and in a matter of months or however long it takes for them to be trained and sent into a theater of war, they turn into killers. So what are you talking about? You feel what I'm saying? Manhood and thuggery are two different things. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be a hood dude and still get your ass whooped by an everyday regular man. Period. You know? Check it out, y'all. I'm in my city. Yeah, this is Newark, New Jersey. This downtown Newark. I'm down here. Yeah, so like I said, man, I don't take Hassan serious. I mean, people who basically says that people
Turn right
are
onto Emmett Street, then
clout
turn left
chasing
onto New Jersey
Hassan.
21
Well,
North.
Hassan has clout chasing his way to umpteen number of subscribers and YouTube notoriety. But on a larger scale, like, black YouTube is small, because I mean, when I go through YouTube, I see some white boys and Asian boys that might be doing tutorials on watches with 1 million plus followers. You know what I'm saying? 1 million views. So please, like, knock it off. But listen, man, I'm just rambling because I'm stuck in traffic. I'm about to go somewhere and watch the game. You know what I'm saying? But listen, man, the whole Hassan thing is just more or less like comical. And
Head
again,
northeast on Broad Street toward Astor Street.
I mean, it's just kind of, I mean, me personally,
Continue
it's
on
just
Broad
kind of
Street
like
for 3/4 of a
discouraging
mile.
for me, because, you know, it's because this whole thing that he's trying to teach a message, or he's trying to get to the youth, but you can't do that by being a walking contradiction such as itself. You know, 1 minute, you know, you can't be Malcolm, and the next minute, you know, you goddamn Bishop from Juice. Like, you know, you just can't do it. Like, pick a side, you know? Pick a side. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of his stories are not like to teach lessons. It's kind of like that's his relevance, that I was in the streets, I'm from the projects, I'm from Bronx River. So what? Nigga, you was from a deprived community like me and many others. And everybody in these communities don't come from broken homes. There's, you know, there's people that has kept their family units intact, and there's people that succumb to the 80s which was also known as the crack epidemic. And what we're looking at when you talk about sociology, when you talk about psychology, you talk about norms. So the norms of the 1980s crack era has developed and kind of like become what we see right now. So a new set of norms are going to come through. Society will go through a transition, whether we like it or not. You know, we just want to hope that it's going to be more or less for the better. But I just really don't think that, you know, people that sit on YouTube rambling all day about the